12 turns to get over to the harbour where we can embark. Alright. New technology. Well, we may as well continue backfilling these. Is there any reason that I care about going ahead now? I don't think so. We'll just stay here and keep getting the fame score. Because we'll almost certainly get level 3 finance. We might get level 2 population. Possibly level 2 aesthetic as well. We'll definitely get level 3 science. Okay. Alright, so Maharo is building the fishmonger, which we can actually finish off, which then puts us back onto producing the Pyramids of Giza, which will take 24 turns. Unless there's anything else that we really desperately need to build right now. I don't think so. How plentiful is plentiful? Plentiful is very plentiful. To the point where I can probably go another merchant, another producer. Yep. And we're now making 103 ducats a turn on turn 40. That's not bad. Especially considering we're still ancient. Alright, let's just continue backfilling. We'll get the science going. So let's get bronze working so we at least unlock spearmen. Mika, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Welcome to the Maudlings. Good to have you joining us. Malasort, Thesta, Crabfu, Matteo, Queblacan, Uncoiled Deer, the Dizzy Seagull, Skunser, Druskup. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. The verbal war in chat is getting exponentially more severe. I'm sure you're all making Sindrin very proud right now. Yeah, this ship can see an absolute mile away when it's just hugging the coast. It's quite impressive. We definitely want to go and settle this. Yeah, we just need to wait for our people to arrive. The flooded lands, oh dear. An unrelenting deluge of rainfall lashes down upon the great city of Maharo and the surrounding lands. If the rains don't stop soon, the banks of the great river that threads through the city will burst, flooding the adjacent quarters. With limited time and resources, the choices are stark. What do? Throw money at the problem. It's fine. Otherwise, all of our wares will get wet. Which I'm sure will make the fishmongers very happy, but the rest of them not so much. Bronze working researched. We've got another era star. We're at 1,400 points already. We are 1,000 points ahead of second place right now. 1,000. We have another trade deal. Speaking of trade deals, we should be keeping an eye on this. Because I want to be buying up everything that we can whenever we can. And yeah, naval transport much cheaper, so it's a good thing that these guys have harbours.
Yes, sir.
New science. So quite frankly, I think what I'm going to do is horsemanship, masonry, organised warfare, and then if we get all three of these done, then we are definitely switching to the next era. We have like 100 less science than we did with Juth, though. New trade route, new era star, population gain in Maharo. And pyramid's still taking a long time. Oh, we actually have a little bit of another faith. These guys. Oh, from the trade. Interesting. It's good to see the chat is so depundable when it comes to wordplay. I don't know about you, but these puns are rather ancient in nature. What's a pun-y resemblance to other games? So you're saying Punda delanda est? Uh-oh. Against something. Equal strengths. Still don't know what we're fighting here. There's a settlement there. Yeah, I got the high ground, bitch. Oh, that was the garrison. Okay, so it was the garrison that was the fortified structure. Kassites. So some of the independent nations are starting to spawn. Yep, 2 of them have. Well, alright then. We're still trying to get home. Nobody's still tried to grab that land, unfortunately. Horsemanship has been researched. Jolly good. The flooded land too. The great dike was constructed in rapid time at your behest, and a provident choice it turned out to be too. The deluge didn't relent, but despite the endless rains, Maharo and his people and property remained safe, only suffering some wet and shivering skin. Better yet, the farmland became even more fertile in the rain's aftermath. So we gain plus 10 food for 10 turns. Cool. And we can set up some more trade routes. If anybody has any trade to do, we will definitely buy in your copper and your horses. Buy all the things. And that's most of my money spent. Now, are we making more money from trade routes now? Plus 7. So we got plus 2 from the first one, which was the obsidian. Plus 2 from, I guess, the dyes. That's 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I have no idea how that's calculated. And it doesn't say when you're making the deal how much you'll earn every turn either, which is a bit annoying. Right, let's continue exploring this zone, just so we have a good idea of where we should establish a settlement if we do indeed decide to settle a settlement here. Although that's going further north, which we may not necessarily want to do. What's the population limit here now? 15. Oh, we have plentiful food. We definitely don't need you there. Let's put you into production. No, production's maxed out. Never mind. Let's put you into science! Food is still plentiful. We're good. Masonry researched. We've got another population. Got another era star. We're still well ahead of the others. Oh dear. Don't let me play as financial nations. I was an absolute wizard with Venice in Civ 5. Easily my favourite nation was Venice in Civ 5. It was such an interesting game. Trying to adjust to all the trades, establishing colonies in strategic locations with your very, very, very few rare, valuable settlers, buying city-states where necessary, causing entire armies to emerge at an instant's notice when you went to war. Oh, it was beautiful. Build all the world wonders. You didn't really have time to do that as Venice. That was the one downside. World wonders were basically out. Can't buy them. Right. Where are my people? Still a freaking mile away. Alright. Oh, we do have a road going up to there. Nice. I like how a city is basically just city, holy site, 3 harbours. That's it. And the foundations of the Great Pyramids.
And he.
Alright, so that looks like the end of this archipelago. We're going to need a lot of harbours in here. I've just realised, like, how are we actually going to expand districts? You need to put, like, a harbour in here to connect these 2 islands. You need to put a harbour here to connect these 2. That's going to be an interesting challenge. Population gain in Maharo. Acknowledged. And another era star. And another civics point. We should probably take a look at this. Because we've now got 3 of them available. Because we're producing a lot of influence and not really using any. Religious rights. So communal rights gets the procession. This gets religious rights. I'm not really interested in any of those. Legitimacy. I'm not really interested in those either. Army composition. Modify unit production cost versus combat strength. Now this one we definitely want professional soldiers because we're just going to be buying soldiers. We're never going to be building them. So we'll grab the professional soldiers. And then the independent peoples, we can choose between mercenary armies and assimilated peoples. I mean, really, the only choice here is assimilated peoples, because I don't think that hiring armies is in yet, but I think I'm just going to save my civics points. Excuse me. The puns have been cast. Veni vidi lucit. I came, I saw, I joked. Watching this is just Punnam and circuses. Et tu, Sindrin? Non est bona res. It's just good business. Oh, I'm going to need to remember that. That's cool. What are my general thoughts of the game? So, again, I can't really say this is good or this is bad because, not fair, this is still OpenDev, this is still effectively an early access, but I really like the potential. Like, I wouldn't be playing this 4 days in a row, double streams, if I didn't. I really do enjoy this. I think that you guys do as well, considering number of people watching at the moment. Hi, everyone! So, yeah, I am pleased with how the progress has gone. I was a little bit concerned when we played the first couple of scenarios, although also they were focused on warfare, which was never going to be the main draw for this game. It was always going to be the empire building, and they've nailed that aspect. Like, warfare's still a little bit, it's improved, but the empire building is excellent already. The world as it ever was is divided into the rulers and the ruled, great sprawling empires and proud independent cities. Your struggle is with other empires, but you should not forget the part these free cities play. So we can see the independent peoples. Oh, we've already seen the independent peoples, never mind. No, we've got natural right already. Yeah, those are not interesting to me. Where are my runners? There. Has anyone colonized this yet? No. Damn it. However, I do have a lot of money, so let's continue buying from Zerator. Buy this lead. And the dyes, rather. The die has been cast. So this is hopefully improving relations with you, because we're buying a bunch of resources from you. And we also want to buy from Eulamardia. Is there anything else available? No. And then we already bought from you. Burke has nothing to sell. We do have the trade treaty, but you have literally nothing to sell. Alright, so if I got open borders with anyone, it's most likely to be with you, which doesn't help me, but secondly, it's going to be you. And at that point, I can escape. Another era star unlocked. Acknowledged. I mean, other people are starting to catch us up, but we have actually maxed out the financial era star. That's a first. I don't think I've ever got more than a single star in finance. Tech is maxed out. Aesthete is done a fair amount. We got a second star in population as well. And how are we doing for technology? We're about to finish organized warfare, so we've kind of got to switch now. Otherwise I don't get access to the next tech level. So let's do that. So, choices time. We can go to the Axomites, which gain +10 money generated from ongoing trade on city or outpost. We are doing a fair amount of trade at this point, so that could work. +5 money per religion. We do have additional religions now. Seeing as we're trading with other people, we're starting to get influenced by their faiths. And then +5 money per adjacent farmer's quarters. What's a farmer's quarter? We may get some of those later. The Greeks are researchers and influence. Carthage. Modify all constructible buyout cost by -50%. Bearing in mind that we are already Phoenicia with a 20% reduction, that basically means that all purchasing is reduced by 70%, which is ridiculous. And we would also then be able to get the Kothon, which is a fortified structure. It provides industry in adjacent coastal waters, which will actually double down with the havens. Okay, that's kind of terrifying. Adds worker slots so we can start getting industry. So the haven is very much a financial district. The Kothon is very much a production district. The two combined, yeah, they'll stack. They will stack. And also the Kothon and the haven modifiers will stack, as well as the hard bargainers. Celts is food production. The Goths is combat from ransacking. I'm not playing as the Huns. Moria is independence. Just no. Tireless Spirit Meier. Industry on districts producing industry. And then the Kuna is more industry. Archimid Persians. Now this one is another interesting one, because this allows 2 more administrators. We are likely to have a lot of cities, so administrators may be good. And then the Satrap's Palace makes more money for market quarters, which we're likely to build, probably. And also just straight up +5 money, plus they have the amazing Immortals. And then Rome. So I think the choices here are going to be the Axomites, Carthage, Persians. I think it's the 3 choices. So let's go and take a look at the poll. Which nation? Question mark. There's a lot of trust here, chat. Carthage. Axomites, if I can remember how on earth to spell it. Carthage, Axomites, or Persia. And vote. What's this going to be? Nestuk, congratulations on unlocking your copy of the Lucy OpenDev. Enjoy. Can I explain administrators? So, administrators, if you don't have an administrator in a province, they suffer minus, I think it's 30 stability, and can't build units. So if you really want a city to grow at all, then you need administrators there. I think there are probably other penalties, but they're not really described anywhere or explained anywhere. The main thing is the stability and the unit building. Twix left, please. Nenem. And Justurk, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Administrators the mechanic to keep players from growing wide into a bajillion cities. Yes, it is. Which is why you want to use the connections between cities too. So Persia would definitely help with our island hopping potential, but Carthage, just so much money in Carthage. Like so much money in Carthage. Literally just answered that, Viper. Like 30 seconds ago. It's either minus 20 or minus 30 stability. I don't remember which, and you can't build units. Is this really going to happen? Are you doing this to me, chat? Okay. Wow. So. Axomites. You kind of lost out a bit. You got 11% of the vote, which is respectable compared to some of the votes we've had in the past. But you weren't really in the running. Persia, until about 10 seconds prior to the end of this vote, was winning. I was watching that Persia bar go from like roughly where the Axomites were, like just rising, 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 rising. And right at the end, somebody kind of realized, going, oh dear, Carthage is about to win, and then switched to Carthage. So, yeah, Carthage did win, 49% to 40% with Persia. Persia was really bloody close until someone went, uh-oh. Because, yeah, I think I would have been a little bit disappointed. With this particular playstyle, we were doing island hopping if we weren't Carthage. Ezio Hyde contributed 200 bits, thank you very much for that. And then Nath contributed 39,000 channel points. And just to give you an idea, 43,000 were spent on Carthage, 48,000 were spent on Persia, and 6,000 were spent on the Axomites. So Persia very nearly won. But Carthage did manage to edge it out. Alright, we're going Carthage. Although we have played as Carthage before, but then, to be fair, we've also played as Persia before. That was one of the previous OpenDevs. I demand a recount. No! Utopia Rocker wants me to drink some tea. Alright then. Okay, so all constructibles, buyout cost reduced by 50%. Kothon production is now enabled, and we can get war elephants. Oh, and somebody wanted me to read out what the Hun's description said. All will think the world splits asunder upon hearing our steeds. Okay, Carthage, here we go. Boop. Also, Phoenicia to Carthage just makes sense. It makes absolute sense. It really does. Why are you saying you're not? Huh? Get moving. And you that... No, I don't think there is. You can definitely get down to here, though. So we'll sail down to that. That's been occupied? Well, Swibble. Oh, it's bears. It's a whole bunch of bears. Okay, then.
As urban centres grow, both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability.
There we go. Phoenicia becomes Carthage. Massive changes to our city. It's like, what city? You've built nothing. Yeah, and? It's just a nation of harbours. Organised warfare has been researched just in time to get us access to the entirety of the ancient tech because, sorry, the classical tech, because we've now finished ancient. Of course, we are starting with the trade expedition so that we can grab the transport galley and actually start getting our explorers moving to other islands, which they arrive in 4 turns. Okay then. Is that really as far as you can go? A bit weird, but okay. Mahoro is already at 14 population. And considering 15 is the limit, I must admit I am tempted to just press that button. But no, population is very important. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend some money on building some Kothons. So let's see what is available. That's a 10 production spot. That sounds like an awesome spot for me. And we're going to go ahead and buy it. And then I think we may get another over on this side. That's also a 10 production spot. And we'll go ahead and buy it too. And there we go. Suddenly our industrial potential has skyrocketed. It's also given us some more space for people. We're currently on abundance, which is higher than plentiful. So as long as we keep it above 50, we get population every 2 turns, which is kind of crazy. Okay, I accept. And we are the only one. We are 1,400 points ahead now. Huzzah! We are running away with this. Alright, sailing out to the next island chain. Making sure that... Where are they? These guys are getting home. Boop. And seeing if anything is built here yet. No. No, they haven't. And in fact, what I might do is move the scientists to the industrial thing, just so we can get the pyramids built quickly. 5 more turns. Oh, I wonder if having the pyramids reducing the construction cost of everything, of districts by 25%, is also going to make them 25% cheaper to build. Because building costs is directly proportional to how much construction is left. So if the construction cost is lower, then surely the purchase cost is also lower. So not only do we get a 70% reduction on purchase cost, but districts are basically another 25% cheaper because the initial cost is also lower. Well, okay then. So we are Carthage, which is unsurprisingly a financial civilization. We've already earned 2,500 ducats. We need 4,700 for the first financial tick, which I think we're going to get. We need 3 technologies, which we can get easily. Population to 21. That's a bit more challenging. Aesthete, we're at 700 and 1,200. Might get there. Killing soldiers, probably not. So the majority of this is going to be science and money. Possibly population growth. Although we're going to need to keep on investing heavily just to keep Maharo's population limit in check.